lazy person's guide to the trip of a lifetime, because I'm lazy. This is me, in my natural habitat, under the cat and the blanket. I can get up in the morning, have breakfast, and go right back to bed. Of course, this does give me a lot of time to dream, and one of the things I dream about is getting on the road and seeing our country. We have so many interesting, amazing places, and it would take months to see some of them, let alone all of them. So I just wanted to see some. Take a few months. But this kind of a trip has problems. I mean, firstly, what about my house, my stuff, my job, my money, my cats? But we were moving here, and we'd been saving since 2005, and we were actually ahead of budget. So, house was pretty much taken care of. Our stuff was going into storage. We didn't have jobs. We might as well hit the road. So we sat down and we looked at our budget and we thought about what can we afford if we're going to stay on the road for a few months. And that's what we could afford. That's not my idea of a good road trip. For one thing, the bed is way too small. And for another, I like to eat, so I want a kitchen. So then we figured that we needed to save about $400 a month. And for us, it amounted to this: keep the chocolate, get rid of the takeout. Turns out you can throw a few things into a bowl, throw that into the microwave, and it's faster and cheaper than takeout. So we've solved our money. I have to figure out the cats. I went to the vet. This is what I expected her to look like when I said, hey, I want to take my cats on a trip. But what she actually said was, sure, you can bring your cats. You just have to pay attention to what they like and bring their stuff. So we did. Turns out that when you have a Prius, though, and you pack all that stuff in it for cats, there's not a whole lot of room left for stuff for people. In fact, that purple luggage, that had to go. The box of toys underneath the cat scale and behind the cat litter, that had to go. What we could fit was what would go in that one empty seat in the spot I'm sitting with the cats. But it was enough clothes for a week, and our laptops, and we're off. We have a carefully planned route that'll get us from SFO to PDX in the least efficient way. But we'll see 12 amazing must-see locations on the way and visit my family. By the second location, though, we're like, this road trip thing, it's a lot of work. So we come up with some rules to make it just a little bit easier for us. And then we change them. Because it turns out that while the cats liked Motel 6, they also liked climbing into the box spring. They came out sticky. So we changed that. And then, of course, we had to change our route. Turned out my sister was going to graduate from college after all, and my family moved the family reunion from North Carolina, to Pennsylvania. But in the end, it didn't matter. We saw so many amazing places that we would never have seen if we'd have gone on the trip that we had planned. And no, it wasn't perfect. We all got sick at one point or another. And yes, we didn't get to go to Disney World, but we did get to see a dinosaur footprint. We did get to stand in a pueblo, one of the tallest and oldest buildings in North America. And we did get to see a space shuttle launch. So did we learn anything? Well, yeah. We learned that if you're going to get up at dawn, if you're lazy, you should stay up all night. We learned that if you don't like to hike, you can walk 10 minutes down a trail and see some stuff and come back. And we learned that cats can be happy on the road. I have hundreds of pictures like this. And then, of course, we also learned that we can be just as lazy at the end of the trip as we were at the start. But most important, we learned to hold on to our dreams. Because sometimes most of the problems disappear, and then you can do something that you would never have imagined that you could have done. And you can be lazy. Thank you.